people who like to purchase branded sports goods from big stores and also online, you might just be in for a huge shock. Some of these heavily discounted branded sports gear that you purchase online might just be fake. CNN News 18 had earlier exposed a racket that involved selling fake items online via some of the biggest online digital retailers in India. Once again, News 18 partnered with Brand Protectors India to expose the dark underbelly of sports manufacturing industry in Jalandhar. The fake identifiers tied up with Punjab police and surveyed the Dashanmand area of Jalandhar and homed in on sports good factory. Big brands like Nivea and Costco had hundreds of fake and lookalike products ready to be packed into original looking containers to be topped off with very authentic looking pricing stickers. The police has now arrested the owner, Rustam Malhotra, who tried to wash his hands off the fake, saying that he did not manufacture them and rather procured them from elsewhere. Here's a look.
ये फैक्ट्री आप कब से चला रहे हो?
2 दिन से।
2 दिन से ये इतनी बड़ी फैक्ट्री आपने 2 दिन से तैयार की है यहाँ पे। तो ये जो पूरे प्रोडक्ट आप तैयार कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे, जो बड़े ब्रांड के नाम पे आप ये जो फर्जी माल तैयार कर रहे हैं।
यार कुछ नहीं कर रहे, लिए बाहर से लिया हमने।
तो ये फैक्ट्री सामने नजर आ रहा है, किस तरह से आप सामान यहाँ पे कच्चा माल उससे आइए आपको, आप आइए मेरे साथ, आपको दिखाता हूँ कि किस तरह से आप यहाँ पे प्रोडक्ट बना रहे हैं। तो अभी आप मुकर रहे हो, आपके सामने जब्त किया है यहाँ से माल। कहाँ कहाँ सप्लाई करते थे ये माल आप पूरा? कहाँ कहाँ सप्लाई करते थे?
लोकली।
सिर्फ जलंधर शहर में? कहाँ कहाँ?
लोकली करते थे।
कौन कौन सी दुकानों पे?
कहीं नहीं।
और बाहरले शहरों में?
नहीं जाते।
ऑनलाइन भी सामान बेचते थे आप?
नहीं बेचे, आज तक नहीं बेचा। कभी नेट पे ही नहीं है, ऑनलाइन क्या बेचा।
Dhirendra Singh, who is the director of Brand Protectors India, is now joining us live for more on this particular story. Dhirendra Singh, this is a huge problem which is not facing not just India but around the world as well. You're seeing counterfeit products and illicit trading of goods like this. Consumers like you and me, of course, end up getting cheated by manufacturers who are operating on the sly like that. But, you know, this is also a leech, one, if I may say, which is crippling the Indian economy as well to a very large extent.
Yes, absolutely correct. You know, we have a parallel economy in fakes and counterfeit goods, which is prevalent in India, and every stakeholder involved needs to take a very hard look at these things, and they just stare us in the face. And after almost 3 months of investigations, these raids were carried out for Yonex, Nivea, and Costco brands in Jalandhar against these factories by us, and. I must thank Jalandhar Police Commissioner Mr. Praveen Sinha for the immense support extended, and this story actually has 3 sides to it. On one hand, the brand owning companies, they are losing out on the legitimate revenues which are theirs. On the other hand, it is the customer who's suffering the losses, and on the third hand, the government of India stands to lose huge amounts of revenue, because all these fakes and counterfeits, they are sold with hard cash. No tax is paid on it. If some tax is paid, that is the invoicing for these fakes, that is done on a price point which is much lower than the cost of the product itself. Thereby, the revenue which goes to the government, or it just does not, the revenue is not paid. No taxes paid by these counterfeiters to the government of India. So now, my message today, my message today to customers of our brands is that, you know, these are the brands, these brand owning companies, they care about their customers. Yonex, Costco, Nivea. Yeah. Please write to us. Customers also have a responsibility. These companies, they care for the customers.
They can also file
Please
for punitive damages, isn't it?
It's a age
Indian
of
laws
connectivity.
do allow you to file for punitive damages as well.
The problem with that is the court processes, they are so slow in India that it takes ages for damages to be awarded, and on an average, a criminal prosecution against these counterfeiters, it lasts anywhere between 4 to 6 years. So by that time, the counterfeiter has already changed the name, or he's running the same business from a different premises in the name of some other family member. If there is a law, it needs to be enforced quickly. One is the enforcement bit, and then the prosecution. It ought to be over within 6 months or a year, maybe maximum, and then it will send a very strong message. And there is a message for customers, consumers of these brands. See, we work for these brands, and these brands are very proactive to protect the customer interest. Please write to us. Each of these companies, Nivea, Yonex, Costco, they have their websites. Please write to us. Send us the information. If customers find anything suspicious, let's we are part of the same team. The brand-owning companies, the customer of our
advice
brands,
to
as well
our
as the
viewers
government.
today, Dhirinder Singh, your advice to the viewers today is that when you purchase that product online or from a large store as well, and if you even have an iota of doubt that this perhaps might be a counterfeit product or a fake product, just end up simply writing to Brand Protectors India or to the company and flag this off.
Yes, absolutely. And we are all the brands, and we are very proactive. We will immediately look into it, verify the information, and act against it. So let's work as a team. Let's build an information grid,
That's something that our viewers can really take
So
into
that is
cognizance.
my
What you're
message
saying
to the
right now,
customer.
that is a great message going out to all our viewers who are buying products online and from large stores as well. And even if you have an iota of doubt, do write to the Brand Protectors India or the brand itself for them to take action against these. Now, Dhirinder Singh, you mentioned 3 problems. One is when you're counterfeiting these products, one is the brand, which is the holding company which owns the brand, ends up suffering massive amount of losses as well. It's a lack of credibility also for them somewhere, because these counterfeit products will not match the original quality of the products as well. Secondly, the government and the exchequer will end up losing a lot of money in terms of tax revenues. And thirdly, it is the customer like you and me who end up getting cheated in the process as well. I'm going to highlight a 4th one. Tell me what your view is on the fact that IPR infringements become an important source of income for organized criminal groups, and we've seen this around the world with different case studies as well, who are engaged in crimes like drug trafficking, excise fraud, human trafficking, money laundering as well. They use this as a channel as well, Dhirinder Singh.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, when we were investigating these e-commerce platforms and the sellers who were selling fakes, in Meerut, we did come across a syndicate which was converting cash into legitimate tax-paid money. The modus operandi was that fake goods purchased with hard cash, unaccounted cash that was listed online, sold to customers with GST at the rate of 12% added, and through these e-commerce platform bank accounts, the money flowed back to the syndicate in Meerut. That is what we had discovered. So basically, everyone needs to understand this easy money, which is made out of counterfeits, does not go into social service. It goes to fund other criminal activities, and we are basically, when counterfeits flourish, we are basically when counterfeits flourish, we are strengthening the counterfeit industry, counterfeit trade, and other crimes which are associated with this easy money.
Right.
So
and
yes,
what are
there
the
is a
legal,
fourth
before we
dimension
let you
as
go,
well. So
if you
this
could
is-
highlight the
yeah.
legal remedies for a consumer, for our viewers who have landed up purchasing a counterfeit product online or from a large store.
As far as the legal remedies are concerned, a person can approach a consumer court. That is one. But since, a consumer who buys a ball, say a Nivea Costco ball or a Yonex racket, and, for a single product, going to the consumer forum, consumer court, that's a long drawn process for an ordinary customer. The practical advice would be, please write to these brand owning companies, write to us. We will act immediately. We'll verify that information. Let's work as a team. Today, a particular customer has sold a product, there are thousands and thousands of customers out there who would suffer. If you act today, share the information with us where the product was purchased, as much as information. We'll assure the confidentiality of anyone who's writing into us, and we will sternly act against these.
All right, Dhirendra Singh, thanks so much for joining us with all of that. This is, of course, news that you can end up using as well. So flag off when you purchase and you